Hi Libra, welcome to November. This is Teresa from tarotbyt.com. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. And I want to say also thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for those who have ordered readings. I've enjoyed working with all of you. And I really enjoy reading the feedback, the comments that you leave on the website. I mean on the videos. And if you want a personal reading from me, you can always check the description of this video, and there's a link to my website, and I can give you a more private reading or personal reading. Since this is a general reading, I can be more specific with your issues or your special questions. So let's see what's happening for Libra. We have a new moon in Scorpio on the 7th of November. Your ruling planet Venus goes direct on the 16th. Mercury goes retrograde at the same time that Venus goes direct. Jupiter goes direct. Well, Jupiter has been direct. Jupiter's going into Sagittarius on the 8th. Got a lot happening. And then we have a full moon in Gemini at the end of the month around Thanksgiving, on the 23rd. So we've got a lot going on, Libra. This is a busy month. Let's see what the stars have to say, what the cards have to say for Libra. What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What does Libra need to know? Okay, I'm going to pull this. This is a new deck I'm working with this month. It's called the Steampunk Tarot. And I love the illustrations. I think the artwork is just gorgeous. So the Empress, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Pentacles in the past, the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Judgment, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Well, there's a lot going on this month for you, Libra. So let's see. So we start out with the Empress, crossed by the Seven of Swords. The Empress, this is the card of the mother. But it's also a card of creativity and abundance, giving birth to something. So for some of you, you could be wanting to start a family, or you could be more connected to family this month. For some of you, you could be working on a creative project and you're having to nurture it. It's your baby. And for others, you could be seeing the results of your hard work, because this is a card of abundance, harvest. You know, you're giving, you've worked on something, and now it's giving you back. It's giving you the success, and it's giving you the results of the hard work. So, and in a relationship with the Empress, you could have a very maternal attitude toward relationships. Like you're wanting to nurture someone, you're wanting to take care of someone, you're wanting to mother them. So if you're in love with someone, you want to be there for that person. Now the Seven of Swords is crossing this. So the energy of the Seven of Swords is kind of tricky. It's a little bit of a sneaky energy. So you could be, sometimes it's a card that some people call the thief card. So you may feel like, is someone stealing something from you? You may be questioning, like maybe you're working on a project and you have to keep it under wraps because you're afraid someone's going to steal your idea or someone's going to take something from you. You could be feeling threatened in November. I feel like it's more on the job than relationship. I think you're having some career issues. Because I see, I'm seeing relationship success toward the end of the month, but I'll get to that. But for now, I mean, all these wands, like you have the Five of Pentacles in the past as the basis of the problem. So the Five of Pentacles, I feel that you're feeling very isolated. You might be going through a depression, or you have been, where you feel like you're alone, and you're on the outside looking in, like you're feeling like you don't fit in somewhere. Maybe there's something career related where you just don't feel like you fit in the environment that you're in. And you might be juggling a lot of projects. You've got the Two of Pentacles here. That's a card of, you know, working on a lot of different things. But you also have here the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands in the future. So I feel like there's a lot of competition at work. You're working on something. You're very creative. You know, Libras are very creative. They're ruled by Venus, just like Taurus. And so they're connected with the arts, and, you know, you've got good taste when it comes to decorating or clothing or anything that you touch. You have this artistic flair. So you bring a lot of creativity to your work. And you are going to be getting recognition for the work that you do. You have the Six of Wands here. This is a card of being seen as someone who's good at what they do. Being recognized for the work that you do. But I feel also that there's some jealousy around that. That there might be some people who are not as supportive as you'd like them to be. Like, you know, you want to be able to share your success and talk about it. Yeah, I feel good. I'm working on this project and it's working out. I'm getting good recognition. But there are people around you that are not happy with your success. There might be some jealousy. I feel like there's competition with the Five of Wands. Or you're working with in an environment where you feel like people are not working together. They should be working together as a team, and everybody, it's like every man for himself. And with the Seven of Swords here, it's like you have a fear of someone taking credit for your work, or someone getting, like you're doing the work and somebody else is getting all the credit, or someone stealing your ideas, or someone is saying one thing to your face and another thing behind your back. Like you don't feel like if you're in a relationship or in a work situation, you feel like that the people are not being transparent. They're not being honest. There's a dishonesty. And a part of you may feel like, I don't fit in with this crowd. I don't fit in with this group. And a part of you may feel like in the past you might have felt a little bit insecure about, you know, whether you're good enough to do the work that you're doing, where you're ever going to get recognition. Even in a relationship, you might have felt a little insecure in a relationship. Like, what do I have to offer this person? Am I good enough? Like, if you're interested in someone, you may feel like, well, I don't have anything to offer this person. I don't make enough money. Maybe you're dealing with someone that you feel is used to a life of abundance and luxury. Because the Empress could be that way, you know. She is, you know, she's used to living in the lap of luxury. She is all about abundance and comfort. And you might feel like she's out of your league, or he. If you're involved, if there's someone on your mind that you want to get involved in, you might feel on some level that like afraid to initiate anything because you feel like you're not good enough, or you don't have enough to offer, or you won't be accepted. And this could be in a relationship, but it could also be in a group that you're working with, that, you know, you're not fitting in on the job, or you're not fitting in with your coworkers, or there's too much competition, and you feel like there's a lack of trust. There's like you can't really share your ideas because you're afraid they're going to be stolen. So there's a lot of tension. In the meanwhile, and in some cases you might be struggling financially in the past and going through some type of depression, like you're healing from something. Because I'm seeing the Four of Swords here too. Like you've been through something and you're healing from that experience. And part of you feel like you have to keep your plans close to your chest. Like you can't share your ideas with people. You can't share what you have an agenda that you can't share because you're afraid that people will gossip about it, or if it gets in the wrong hands, it will be used against you. But in the meantime, you're getting success, the Six of Wands. So don't have any, if you're thinking that you're not good at what you do or you're not qualified for what you do, don't think that, because you are qualified and you're able to juggle a lot. You're able to get a lot of work done, and you're able to work on multiple projects at the same time and get a lot done. In a relationship situation too, you could be juggling 2 relationships with the Two of Pentacles. You know, maybe you're trying to decide and you're being sneaky about it. Like, you don't want people to know what your agenda is until you decide what you want to do. And sometimes the Five of Wands can mean internal conflict. You know, you're trying to decide what you want to do with your life, and there's this internal conflict, or you feel like a sense of guilt about what you're wanting. Now, with the Judgment, you have been working, you are going to have a spiritual awakening. You are waking up to your life and your situation, and you're ready to make some changes. With the Judgment, you really want to get your life in order. You're feeling like, I've got to make changes. I've got to stop. You know, if you're not doing anything, if you're doing something that's hurting your health, both physically, psychologically, whatever, you're wanting to get on the right track. So you're willing to give up any bad habits, work on, you know, eating healthier, work on, you know, exercising more. Whatever it is, you're wanting to improve your life in some way, and you're willing to do what it takes to do that. And with the Judgment card, you're taking action. You're wanting to change your life to find you know, a better relationship or a better job situation. I feel like everything's in flux with these fives. There's like instability, and you're wanting stability, and you're kind of in transition. So you might be transitioning out of one situation and transitioning into another. But you're ready to fight for what you want. With the Judgment card, you're waking up and you're taking action. You're feeling stronger, or you will be. You may think right now that you're not, but you will be feeling stronger, and you will be taking action. You've got the Ace of Swords here. This is a card of a new way of thinking, a new beginning that leads you to take action. That something may happen in your environment that fires you up, that you're saying to yourself, I'm going to do something about this. I'm not going to just sit by and let things happen. I'm going to make things happen. I'm going to be an agent for change in my life. So the Ace of Swords is an active card. Like, it's like somebody has lit a fire within you, and you're going to start taking action. You could also be healing from something. You're needing to take time out. Maybe you've been working really hard, or you're dealing with a difficult situation. And you're needing to take time out to recharge and to rest. Because you've been struggling for a while. But you have the Ten of Cups as an outcome. So I feel like there's potential for a loving relationship. There's a potential for a happy outcome. No matter what you're dealing with. Like, you have a lot of swords in this reading. So there's mental stress. And for Libra, you know, you're an air sign. So Libras do a lot of, you know, air signs do a lot of thinking. They operate through logic, you know, what makes sense, what's logical, what's the You know, so you might be overthinking something and you're stressing yourself out. But I think you just need time out. You need a time out. Maybe you've been through a lot and you need time to think. What do I really want? What do I need? How can I get to this place, to the Ten of Cups? And I think the way that you're going to get there is through the Ace of Swords, through the strength of the Judgment, waking up, realizing I have to take action. I have to make things change. I have to change myself. I'm changing within. I'm having a rebirth. The Judgment can be a rebirth where you're being reborn and your needs are changing. So whatever you put up with in the past is no longer satisfying. You want what you deserve. You want this loving relationship. You want the Ten of Cups. You want to be with a partner where you feel that you know you're surrounded by love. That's what the Ten of Cups is. The Ten of Cups is a love card that's more than just physical. It's not just, you know, a physical attraction. It's really connecting with a soulmate, with someone who really gets you, understands you, and you can have that. And you might achieve that. You might start something new in November that leads to a really strong love connection. And at the same time, you're dealing with all this work stuff. So it could be that a relationship helps you to heal. That you connect with someone that has a lot of love to offer. And it helps you deal with your job stress and deal with whatever you need to heal. It's going to recharge you. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have a new moon in their second house. Neptune is in your sixth house and it's trining the new moon. And you have Pluto in the fourth. So there's a lot of positive energy with the new moon in the second house. What the second house represents is money and self-esteem, self-worth. So if you're existing in a situation where you're not making enough money, maybe you feel like your job isn't paying enough, you're doing all this work, you're not making enough money, you're going to be evaluating. You have a chance in November to have a new beginning, maybe a new job that pays well. Maybe a new job or a new situation, you negotiate a new situation where you feel valued and you feel that you're getting what you deserve. Because the second house also has to do with, what do I need to feel secure? What am I worth? Am I getting paid what I'm worth? Am I attracting love? Am I attracting money? Am I attracting support, both financial and emotional? These are the questions. And you have a chance for a new beginning that's going to make you feel more secure. Neptune in the sixth, there could be deception around in your work environment. So you want to be careful who you talk to. Don't just, blab. Because there could be some people that are not who they seem to be. They may pretend on the surface to be your friend, and then they may talk about you behind your back with Neptune. You don't know. It's very hard. You might be idealizing coworkers, giving them more credit than what they're worth. But Neptune will protect you. It's trining your second house. It's trining the new moon. So it's especially good for like a health issue. If you want to, there might be some, issues going on that you're not sure what's wrong with you. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm feeling tired. I don't know why. Pluto in the fourth house is transforming your home life, your security, your base. So you're either going through construction, you're making your home more in line with what you need for security. Like that's your sanctuary, that's your place of healing, that's where you go to retreat from the world. So Pluto, you're going to be transforming your home life in some way. Sometimes you could even be dealing with childhood issues. Or you could bring someone into the home that's very Plutonian. If you're living with someone, you could have some power struggles around the home. Jupiter is in the second house. It's going to be moving into the third house when it moves into Sagittarius. And that's going to help you with, getting along with neighbors, relatives, aunts, uncles, communication. You're going to be feeling more optimistic. It's also, the third house is your house of thinking. your thoughts, how your mental processes work, how you communicate. So I think you're moving into a more optimistic time. Because Pluto has been in your 4th house for a while, so it's been changing your security base, your structure of your life. But it's reinventing it so that you feel more secure when it's over, so that you're moving into a better place. It's getting rid of what's no longer working. Pluto is like the wrecking ball. It wrecks whatever's got stale, whatever needs to go be destroyed. It's destroying it so that it can free you to rebuild in a better direction. So now the full moon is in your 9th house, and it's activating your 9th and 3rd house. Those are your travel houses and your communication houses. So you could be deciding to go on a trip. Maybe you just need to get out of town, explore a new environment. You could be finishing up some type of communication project, some type of marketing project, or educational course. Maybe you're learning new skills and you're coming to the end of that. You're completing it because the full moon represents completion, culmination. Mars is in the 6th, so you could be working really hard at work. When Mars is in the 6th, it's the workaholic aspect. Things have been really busy at work, and you might need to take a break. Maybe you need to go on a trip to get away from the stress. The North Node, though, is moving from Leo into Cancer. So it's affecting your destiny in the world, your position in the world, your status. You're going to feel this urge to follow your soul path. And in Cancer, that means that's the healer. So the work that you do, you want to feel like you're nurturing someone or the world. The work you're doing is nurturing others, it's healing others, feeding others. Cancer is the mother sign, which is the Empress. So you're moving into a time where the work that you're doing, you're like the mother hen, and you're being the mother at work with your coworkers. You're being very nurturing, very maternal. And you're also giving birth to new projects, new creativity, new forms of self-expression. So my advice to you is take action to bring in the love that you need. Don't get involved in office gossip or competition or any kind of power struggles. Just do your work, mind your business. You're going to be rewarded and recognized. Don't, let anyone's jealousy affect you. Just do your thing. And take some time out to rest. If you're overworking yourself in November, you need to take some time out to heal and to rest and to recharge. And then you will wind up in this place of the 10 of Cups where you feel happy and supported and loved. So that's my forecast for November, Libra. And when your ruling planet goes direct in the middle of the month, you're going to start to see improvements in your love life. And there might even be a new relationship. If you take action. You have to take action. So I hope you enjoyed this reading and have a happy Thanksgiving. If you want a private reading, just contact me. The link is in the description box. In the meantime, I wish you success and love, and just have an abundant November. And I will see you again next month. Okay, bye now.